Well, you just pressed record and came in.
I know.
It's a two-man operation
This
here.
well within times of Corona.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that throughout life how you got to take more things on board?
Yeah,
like you got your shoes are covered in paint. I saw
Yeah.
you got paint on your top eyelid
No,
there.
not paint.
Oh, what is that?
I'll explain this. This is
Oh.
I'm getting old now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm old, man. You forget how old you're getting because I act young
Yes.
and I think
Yes.
young, but every day nature reminds me. Think, yeah, I feel great, and is that? Oh, my liver. Well, my I never said my liver.
Yeah.
I don't know where my liver
Your
is.
bladder.
Yeah, let's go with bladder.
Yeah.
I mean, every day is a new thing. So I've been having this like a big lump in my eyelid. You know, it's like a protein thing or whatever.
Above?
Yeah.
I had the same thing leading up to the wedding.
I was wondering where I got it. Okay, where the hell did I get this from?
In the eyelid, and it puffs up.
Yeah, it puffs up, right?
Yeah.
So I was worried, you know, because someone with looks like mine needs to maintain.
Your Clooney-like looks, yes.
Well, Clooney, I don't want to compare myself to anyone, but you know, you got to maintain a certain level.
Yes.
And I was a bit disturbed by it, so I went to the doctor because I didn't know. Like at my age, you don't know. It could be, you know, eye cancer or
Sure.
exploding eye socket syndrome, whatever. So I went, all right, and I waited ages, and finally I got called in, and literally it took 30 seconds. I said, "What is this?" He goes, "Oh no, this is nothing. You just put some popo cream on it. Next." Right? And that's
Popo
fine.
cream, yeah.
You know, put popo cream. Sorry
Yeah.
about the accent, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not racist. It's just
Yeah.
imitating.
Yeah.
You know, if he was German, people would
Yeah.
never even question it.
No.
But he was Indian, and I think he was Indian. I don't know. But it literally took 30 seconds.
Right.
And I went to sign off. I thought it was bulk billing,
Yeah.
and they said $86.
Oh no. So you'd never been to this guy before?
No.
So the last doctor you went to had the same accent, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of Indian doctors. I don't know.
okay.
There's like it's two career options for Indian people in Australia: either 7-Eleven or medical practitioner. And sometimes they combine the two. You know, so 7-Eleven who's willing to do minor surgery, or prostate exam, anything like that. But I thought $86, man, for 30 seconds of going, put some pawpaw
Yeah.
cream on it.
Yeah.
I could have asked my auntie Alice. She would have said, put some pawpaw cream on it.
For anything.
For anything.
Yeah. Broken leg.
And I thought, and my money's tight because I haven't worked,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand.
And I thought, $86, I'd expect a bit more. I want to take my pants off. I want him to put gloves on.
You want some
Put
examination.
a mask on.
Yeah.
Something. Put something on me or
Yes.
put something in me.
Yes.
Earn your money, doctor. But 30 seconds of put pawpaw cream on it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about the accent again.
Yeah.
And
Now,
and
did
so,
you not check that it was not bulk billing or
No,
beforehand?
but look,
or-
most doctors are bulk billing, right?
yeah.
This was in Canberra, and it was like I don't know, it was like people have money in Canberra, apparently. And so I thought, okay, now should I do the right thing, just pay it like a
Oh,
good
no.
citizen,
Did you go Saleh on him?
or should I go Saleh on him?
Yes.
I went Saleh on him because he was back in the office with another person.
And were there people waiting in the waiting
I was
room?
listening to see if the next patient his advice is put some pawpaw cream on it. I mean, maybe that's maybe he's not
yeah.
qualified at all.
Yeah.
And I thought no, I can't afford that at the moment. I thought it wasn't really worth it. And he's got money, he's working.
Yeah.
And he's getting a lot of patients. I need the money more for me than for him. He doesn't need it. And so I did this whole I forgot my wallet. There's a big lump in my back pocket. That's
That's a tumor.
I'm going to put some pawpaw cream
Yeah,
on
on
it
that, yeah.
on my buttock. My left buttock, and so I said I'll just come back straight away. I promise. And
You just went and got in the car and...
yeah, I mean, not realizing that they've got my address,
Yes,
my
all
phone
your
number, everything. They got everything. And so, but for them, I'm going to delay it.
Yes.
I'm going to delay payment. Eventually, I'm going to have to pay,
Yeah.
and probably with
Yeah,
interest.
I was going to say after you get the court hearing and
After the judge's ruling
yeah.
and the lawyer's fees.
But
and,
that is questionable though, because I had the same eye issue. I took antibiotics for it,
antibiotics.
and then it happened again, and I went back to my doctor, but he wasn't there, so I went to another doctor in Balmain.
Pawpaw cream?
No. You know what I like though? When I went in there, I looked up and he had a picture of the Three Stooges.
Oh,
above.
yeah.
You know, usually there's like accreditations and university degrees. He had in a frame the Three Stooges, and I said, "Oh, you're a fan of the Three Stooges?" He goes, "I can't believe that you even know who they are." And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "The amount of young people that would come in here and they say, 'Who is that?' And I say, 'Oh, they're my uncles,' and they go, 'Oh, right.'"
Well, it's not reassuring to walk into your doctor and see no degrees, but the Three Stooges.
Yeah. He did hit me in the head with a plank of wood.
Yeah, that's right. And
it took the focus off the eye.
Yeah, and he got pliers and attached it to your nose
and
like twisted
that,
it.
I went like that, and so it was
lucky you knew what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a bit weird.
But he gave me some he just a prescription which you can buy over the counter, which I'm gonna send you the details, Saleh.
Yeah.
And it's for it's a cream that you put into your eye.
Eye.
And then you move it around. It's an antibiotic cream, and it does help.
Okay.
So you forget the pawpaw. Just get this antibiotic cream. It's like knock it out.
You tried that?
Yeah.
And it worked? And you know who I am? Can you see me clearly?
Yeah, I can.
Well,
you're a lovely young lady.
All right. So I'll pay the $86 to you.
Yeah. All right.
I'm a very unattractive young lady.
Yeah. An antibiotic cream.
Yes.
That's what I'll. But yeah, did he say what it's caused by?
No. Literally, I swear.
He literally said pawpaw cream.
Put some pawpaw cream. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to address this whole racism bullshit thing.
Yeah.
I'm just imitating him. I'm not. You know, if he was German or Swedish, and I did a Swedish accent.
Okay. What if I say I went and saw a doctor and he said, "You know, you just gotta put some pawpaw cream on there."
New York guy.
Am I being racist to a New Yorker?
No.
Would you interpret that as being racist?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
But like say this person got a friend of mine got accused of being racist because he did a Japanese accent. Right. And I go, why? And they go, oh, because you're supposed to punch up, not punch down. And you go, fucking idiot. The Japanese have got a higher quality of life than you. They earn their dollar or their well, is it the yen?
Yen.
But is worth equivalent to like they're worth more than you. They're very powerful people. So don't go that whole racist bullshit. Okay, just chill out, be cool, look at things in context.
But then he's saying punching down or punching up. In comedy-wise, though, that's the old comedy, that punching up, right?
Yeah. I should explain. Punching up meaning you make fun of people who are more powerful than you, not the weaker, less powerful.
That's why, like, classic.
But this guy's a doctor.
Right.
I'm not uneducated.
Yes.
He wants $86 for giving me advice, like bullshit advice.
Yes.
If I make fun of his accent, I don't think that's necessarily racist.
No, but to me personally. I just see it as an expression of an impersonation. That's it. Yeah. But I do understand in these current times that so many things that one person might not find offensive, another will find offensive.
But people follow each other like sheep.
But for me though, I think it's the intent behind what.
That's right.
Because if you're saying something derogatory about an Indian, like taking something about their culture, something making an impression or doing
or a stereotype,
then you've got someone like our favorite being there. I'll remember the name of his character. Chelsea.
See, he wouldn't be allowed to do that now.
To do that now, right? To
black your face up, and he was brilliant because.
But however, he showed in his character, it wasn't an impression of an Indian person. He brought this real humanity of this character forward.
It's three-dimensional.
Yeah, so it was so. Yeah,
but today,
well, what about say someone playing Othello?
Yes.
Like Anthony Hopkins, he played Othello in a BBC
Did
production.
He black up?
Yes, he did.
Did he go woo 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 woo?
No, he was.
How I love you,
mummy.
No,
he didn't do it. He didn't do Al Jolson.
Because that's not in Othello.
No, it wasn't.
Not familiar with Othello.
But he portrayed Othello brilliantly. But I don't know how that would be interpreted now with him.
Lawrence Fishburne was very pissed off that he didn't get the role.
Yeah.
See, that's what the argument is. Like, there's great.
Well, Lawrence Fishburne is a great actor, so he should,
He could have done Othello.
Yeah.
But without blacking your face.
I think Lawrence Fishburne did play Othello in a movie production. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Well done. Well done. I knew you'd get it. I knew.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a professional here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
backstories.
We are far less tolerant now than we ever were.
Yeah.
There's far less freedom of speech.
But here's the thing, though, in terms of a play or in art, I think anyone should be able to play anyone, and it's, for me, I think it comes down to your ability as an actor. It's
yes,
like,
but he could have played Othello. I mean, people get offended because he blackens his face, so the implication is that you're making fun of their skin. It's a derogatory implication, right? You're implying that look,
sure,
oh, look how silly I look.
But then the play needs to be changed with wording, because the more and the references to him and his cultural background are in the play. So if you got someone who's but it never works the other way around. Like if I audition for a white character, I'll say I'll white my face up. Yeah, yeah.
I'll can look really white.
Yeah.
They would go, no.
Wouldn't translate.
No, sorry, no, you can't. But no one ever whites their face.
Well, that's a good. Well, Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about mental illness or pedophilia. They're for next week. No, I don't know if that's true.
Well, the jury's out on that. Well, who knows with that?
The jury's still out. He's dead.
Still out. Yeah,
they're still deciding. Well, we should make a decision soon.
The jury decided that he didn't know, right? In the first place,
the first court case, he paid $5 million.
Right.
So that's he thought.
No, there was no court case. It was just a
payment.
A payment. But then he did go to court.
I claimed that he molested me.
Yeah.
In the hope that I'd get $5 million, but he told me to get fucked.
Yeah.
He said, "We've never even met. Get the fuck out of here." He said. And yeah, so look, I don't really get that interested. Like, I love his music.
Yeah.
He, as a person, he could have been the worst person in the world. I don't care, because I'm not, I never met him. I have no relationship with him.
There is that debate, how do you separate the artist from the person?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's.
Well, I'm enjoying his music. I don't care about him as a person, because I'll never. Well, now he's dead. I'll definitely not
never meet
him. But even if I could, unless it doesn't. I mean, the music does not promote pedophilia, as far as I know.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Or maybe sex with rats. You know that song, Ben?
Yeah.
Ben, the two of us. He was having an affair with a rat.
He was?
Yeah, that's true.
Was Ben the name of the rat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but that's that's open to interpretation. If you think he's probably his childhood pet.
It is open to interpretation, and I chose to interpret it very differently to you. I took the sort of the more perverted angle, as I normally do.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But I just think that it depends on the intent behind what is being said or done. But for me, that's what.
Well, no, it's obvious. That is the most.
Like I've been in America, and Americans have like gone, "Hey, Aussie, I'm an Aussie. Hello, how are you doing, Aussie?" Doing like
an impression. Why isn't that racist?
Well, they're actually doing an impression of an Englishman, but for me, I'm just like, oh yeah, whatever. I'm not.
Even the Simpsons can't do an Australian accent.
No.
Hello, mate.
Not even one of the greatest actors, Meryl Streep. She remember she was in Evil Angels.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, and she's like, I think I took my baby.
I think I took my baby.
So someone as brilliant as Meryl Streep,
she couldn't do it. Yeah,
still
it's hard.
Took time.
You got to grow up with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like learning Arabic.
Yeah,
got to just grow up with it.
But do you think that we can do an American accent better because we grew up on it, on American films and TV shows? And
do you
think that we got more of a tuned ear to that?
Yeah, when I was young, I'd go home and watch one American sitcom after another. It was a waste of childhood. When I was supposed to be studying and, building a career for myself, I was watching Bewitched.
Yes.
Ooh, what's Indora gonna do? She's evil. Or I Dream of Jeannie. Ooh, I dreamt of Jeannie.
You had a lot of you wet dreamt of Jeannie.
I wet dream of Jeannie. That's. I bet you there was a porno called that.
I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was.
Shaving privates.
Shaving Ryan's private.
Shaving Ryan's private.
I'm sure that is one, right?
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
I love. That's my favorite. Yeah. Star Whores.
Yeah.
It's another one.
Yeah.
We can go on for a while.
Yeah, we could.
But we should wrap this section up because people will sort of stop listening.
Well, I had a gig on another live gig.
Yeah, that's not. No comedian says that regularly. No, it's really rare now to say that. It's like,
it is. And it was for a wedding, and it was just.
Weddings are always death.
wedding
They're
shows.
always death.
Yeah,
For me.
because there's never a stage, right? You're on like a dance floor.
Not only that,
in a
people are there not to listen to comedy. You're
Yeah.
being imposed on it. People want to catch up with their cousins they haven't seen in 10 years.
Yeah,
They don't want to listen to you talk about, German shepherds or the difference between this. It's so inappropriate and out of context, you know. And the thing is, Dave Hughes admitted to me that he does Bucks nights if the price is right.
Right.
He does Bucks nights, right? And you go, but why would you have a Bucks night, a comedian for your Bucks night?
Yeah, it's like a comedian for a hen's night or a bachelorette
party.
Look,
because
remember at the Comedy Store when they would have like a table of like a Bucks night or a hen's night, and it would just be very
raucous and
but it would distract from the rest of the show.
But the thing is, like people go to strippers because why? Because the theory is they're not going to have sex with anyone anymore. They're not going to see any more naked bodies.
So it's a last chance.
It's a last chance. I mean, if they hire a comedian, the fuck I expect you never to laugh again.
Yeah, they get married, they lose their sense of humor.
There's more truth to that than you'll learn. You still married?
I am.
Well, congratulations. That's lasted
still happily married.
Longer than most people thought.
Yeah.
How long have you been married now?
Yeah, it's since June.
Since June.
Yeah,
man, that's long term.
Yeah.
That's
we're
good.
doing well. And so the marriage was at 5:30 p.m. And I wasn't on until after 10 p.m.
Oh, of course.
So it's a long.
That was the ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they have to go get photos.
And then the dinner and a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, no, actually, it was lovely. It
was all right?
It went really well. Even 5 minutes into my act, when they come out and start serving dessert.
Oh, really?
And people start turning their... Because to put it into context, you're basically on a dance floor, big dance floor, and there's like a horseshoe of the crowd around you.
Yeah.
And then behind you is the row of the bride and groom.
Yeah.
So you're kind of doing it in the round somewhat.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but then 5 minutes in, they bring out the meals. The dessert, so people start turning their chairs around to eat the dessert, right?
Better wrap it up.
But they were a lovely crowd, and I had them going. But then you feel that distraction when they start bringing out the food.
Did you not specify?
Look, yes, but I've done that countless times where I specified.
Did you do it this time? I see. Disadvantage, Joel Osborne.
No, I have to be honest. I didn't, because I just didn't think it would be served because it's the performance.
The people are stupid.
I dropped the ball on it. I should have reinforced it.
People are idiots.
But it is in the contract that food's not served during.
Contract,
but you know what? I'll just roll with it. Look, they ended up being a lovely crowd. They were so happy.
It's good they didn't do it at the
well.
beginning of your set.
Yeah,
that would be
so you win them over and then you roll with it. But they were I was pleasantly surprised.
Good money.
It was okay money. It was okay. Yeah, it was good money.
Good money considering compared to other people who have to work.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then again, for us, we get a little chunk of change coming through. We gotta spread that out now. We can't go spending that in one lump sum.
That's right.
During this Corona time, it's like
as long as you're not spreading the Corona and you're spreading your cash. But did I ever tell you about the wedding gig I did for the Italians in Bankstown?
No.
I never told you.
No.
This was long time ago when they used to pay cash.
Right. Yeah.
Have I told you this?
No.
And so they paid, and this is back a long time ago because I'm old. Back then, you used to get $60 in cash to do the Comedy Store, to do the support act, like 15 minutes, whatever.
Right.
These guys paid $3,000, and I'd never got anything even close to that.
In cash?
In cash,
wow.
Right?
And this was when? Back in the 90s?
Yeah, in the 90s, right? I said, I'll do that, and not thinking how crazy it would be. And we get there, and there's just this reception hall. It's gigantic.
Sea of people.
Well, people were still walking in, and they had this Italian MC. And like you say, the bridal party was on stage.
Yes,
and
behind you, yeah.
And I was on the dance floor.
Yes.
So they're above me.
Yes.
Right? And so the MC comes out, and it's still really early. Like most people aren't even in yet. They haven't settled down. And he goes, "When do you want me to put you on?" This is a terrible Italian accent, but I'm trying. At least I'm having a go. And I said, "Look, put me on as late as possible because that way they would have settled and got everything out of the way."
Did you think about the amount that they'd be drinking or no?
No. I would have. Well, I was very green then.
Yes,
You know, I
yes.
was very new to the industry. They gave me the money. I put it in. I had a big bulge in my pants.
Nice.
and I said, put me on as late as you can. He goes, oh, okay. And he goes on stage and introduces me.
What?
Immediately. And I'm going, wait, I shouldn't have gone on.
Yeah.
But something said,
I know, you get introduced, you're like, all right, well, I'll do it.
I'll give it a go. Anyway, there's a huge dance floor between me and the audience, and there was these rails as well, blocking me. And I'm dying in the ass. And these people were
How long did you have to do it?
I can't remember, but you know, too long.
Yeah.
It was way too long. Whatever I did, and this is a long time ago. But these people were obviously, you know, when I was parking my car, I had a Mazda 323 or some shit box, and I'm not exaggerating, every second car was a Ferrari or
Mercedes,
or a Bentley,
and Audi, yeah.
I thought, man, and I get there, and I'm on stage. The bridal groom party is on stage behind me, and I'm dying in the ass, and they're filming me. There's like high-tech cameras, and I'm dying. I'm sweating, right? And people are
Were you in a suit and everything?
No. Oh. I never wore a suit because I can't be comfortable. And they didn't ask me to wear a suit.
Okay.
You know, anyway, I'm dying in the ass. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, they're not even listening. They're just talking. And I look up. Now, I didn't know this was a powerful family.
Oh, no.
Right? I didn't know they were potentially dangerous people.
But you're talking about an Italian wedding. You know?
I would have,
I'm thinking The Godfather here.
Well, I didn't want to stereotype them. Not all Italians are in the mafia.
Yeah.
Some of them work for the mafia, but they're not in the mafia. That's a Richard Pryor line. But I just thought I'd admit that just in case. You know, so anyway, in desperation, you know what it's like when you're dying in the ass.
Yes. Yeah, you're pulling at straws.
You're probably less impulsive than I am. But I looked up, and the bride's dad was this weird-looking character, and I swear to God, he had the biggest nose I've ever seen on a human being. Yeah. I thought, if you look at it from a distance, it looks like one of those plastic.
Like Jimmy Durante.
He made Jimmy Durante
look like a
look normal. You know, this guy had a huge nose, and so thinking on my feet, you know that famous Saleh wit. I looked up and I said, "Oh, great! I'm dying down here, and there's a vulture right above me, circling. Look at him! Man, that's a big nose." And people started booing. No, they were booing because this guy apparently ended up. You know, he was a powerful businessman in construction or something, and the mood just turned. And this guy comes in and the MC pulls my shirt. He's going, come on, get off
During
now.
your act?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd only been on stage for 5 minutes, but it was a long 5 minutes. And I go, come on, get off the stage. And I said, no, I'm not finished yet. And he goes, yes, you are. You're finished.
Wow. Yeah.
And they're pushing me off. And anyway, I already had the money.
Yeah.
So I
Thank
thought,
God.
all right, just get the fuck out of here. I've only done like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to at minimum 20, you know.
Yeah.
And I ran to the car park. I'm trying to find my car. And then these 3 guys, big guys, call out to me. Goes, hey mate, come here. Come here, mate. Come here. Fuck, if I go there, I'm gonna.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're not walking away with that $3,000.
Fuck it. And I've got the worst sense of direction. I can't find shit. Where the fuck?
But I would imagine your car would stand out though amongst all the Rolls
Royces.
Royces.
Yeah. Luckily, it did. But I can't remember where I parked. And finally, I found my car. Got in, locked the doors.
Were the guys coming towards you?
Well, I was too scared to look.
Yeah.
But they go, hey mate, come here, mate. Come here. They were going to bash me for sure. Yeah. But I went home, big bulge of money.
Yep. Well,
man, I pulled it out.
Got away with it.
But I really earned that money, man.
Yeah.
Because it hurts, you know, when that happens.
Yeah. I remember once having a terrible corporate gig and calling you up afterwards. And I said, I feel like the audience were just giving me nothing, you know, and the guy, the head guy was just staring at me, the head of the car, and I tried to engage and I asked him his name and he just stared me down. I wouldn't even answer, you know. And I was like, oh boy.
Maybe it was a criminal organization as well.
Yeah, well, they were in construction.
There you go. Why does he want my name? Well, who's this?
Yeah, why is he asking me this
Who's
question?
this punk? Hey, I forgot about it.
Yeah. So
I forgot about it. Yeah. What's your name? I forgot about it.
Yeah. So, and I remember calling you up afterwards and I said, I feel even guilty, you know, taking the money, and you said, no man, those are the gigs that you deserve the money and you earn the money on. Is it when it's great, you feel like I don't even need to be paid for this, but because when it's really bad and you earn that money,
Yeah.
that's
When
they're
you've
the ones
actually
you should be
gone
paid for.
and had fun and they treated you well and you killed and
Yeah,
you go, man, are you sure you want?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
paying
yeah,
me this much
yeah,
money?
yeah.
When you go on and you lose your dignity,
Yes.
and you know when you had a bad gig when you get off and your throat is sore,
yeah,
because you're
yeah,
tightening up,
Yeah,
you're not relaxed, and,
Yeah.
and my
sweaty under the armpits.
yeah, sweaty. I was sweating like a pig. But I always think of that gig, right? I always think they've got me on their wedding video.
Yeah,
Dying in the
I would
arse.
love to see that.
Man, I would love it too. But I had hair in those days,
Yeah.
and I think every time they watch their
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there. Let's have a look at the guy that ruined our wedding night. Yes, that's good.
I would love to see that.
Oh,
If do you remember who they were or who booked you? Or?
no, it was through. It was a place called at Bankstown. In Sydney, there's a reception hall called.
This isn't upstairs where you walk upstairs to get in, because I had a gig in Bankstown for a wedding once, and it was
Yeah.
but it was
It's the only one.
But it was a big open space, but you had to walk upstairs to get into the main room.
Yeah, I can't remember. This is
Okay.
man. This is like,
yeah, sure.
Man, I had hair. That's how long ago it was. This is prehistoric times.
Yeah.
You know.
Because I also had a wedding gig in Bankstown at. I don't know
It's
if
the only
same venue.
hall. It's the only hall I know
and
of.
It
yeah.
was just a sea of talking.
Yeah,
When I was
yeah.
introduced, a sea of noise throughout my whole act. And the MC even came back up, drew my act, and grabbed the mic and goes, "Come on, guys! You at least listen! You're not even listening." And then he gave me the mic back. They didn't even listen to him say that. So
Yeah,
I just basically talked through noise the whole time. And I thought, well, I'm going to do my time. There was some pockets of people, I just performed to them, and and that was
That's
the best
all
that
you
could be
can
done,
do. Just get paid up front.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me the money.
Yeah.
And so people think it's easy, but when you have those tough nights, man, they hurt like anything. It's like
they stay with you.
well, it's like I've never been a boxer,
Mm.
but I could imagine losing a fight would be the
The,
ultimate.
the physical pain is the easy part.
yeah, exactly. When you have to walk out of that ring,
Yeah.
and everyone's going, "You loser."
Yeah.
No one's even looking. All the cameras are on the winner.
Yeah.
It must be the worst feeling.
Yeah, there's a great insight into that. Is a documentary on Netflix called Losers.
Yeah.
And it's
Am I in it?
It's about sporting figures throughout history who have lost major championships and one guy in particular, I don't recall his name, but he was in one about boxing, and he was the world champ at one point.
Yeah.
And he just hated like his father would beat the shit out of him, and
for free.
And
So he's, look, you can make money from this.
and would get the wire off of the TV and just belt him with the and so he had a hard upbringing, but his father wanted him to be a boxer, trained him, he ended up training. But he said getting in the ring, he just hated getting hit as you would. And
Well, there's a wrong sport for you.
But
Do you like getting hit?
But
No.
he stuck with
Try
it.
tennis.
He stuck with it, and he became the world champ.
Wasn't
right?
Sonny Liston?
No. This guy actually, I think this guy played. It's funny you should say it, Sonny Liston
In a movie.
the movie Ali. And anyway, he was worth checking out. It's on Netflix.
I will.
And
it would have been great if you got his name. It
Yeah,
would
I
have
know.
would have added to the story
It would have
so much.
Well,
yeah.
we'll put a picture up of his.
Put a picture up,
Well,
yeah.
anyone who's got Netflix, just go and type "Losers" into Netflix.
Yeah.
and you'll find the series there. It's the boxing one.
Imagine if I went in and typed "losers" and my picture came up. I would feel, oh no. Imagine you made it into that doco, and his family's going, oh, his wife's going, oh, great, darling, you're getting some publicity. You are a loser.
Yeah.
My family was right.
But the great thing about this was he well, it was bad for him. He lost the championship, and he said just going back to his town, he felt just so demoralized. And he says, people, it's bad when people just stare at you and they give you that look, but they don't even say, tough match or tough. They just don't even, acknowge you. And he,
like, man, people go, why don't you get in the ring?
yeah, exactly. It's like anyone that does anything, in my book, well done.
Anything.
No, go and give it a shot like that. So if you get into a boxing ring and you're trying to give it a shot, and you lose after match after match, it's
look,
still.
People are strange. People are all the same. Well, not all the same. No, people are different. That's what I meant. And if your team wins, You always go, we did it.
Yeah, yeah.
We won.
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you? What did you do? You got a big fat gut. You got a big double chin. You're eating McDonald's.
Yeah.
And you're watching the game. Yeah, we won.
Yeah, you had a fucking six-pack next year.
Your involvement in the win is
nil.
Yeah. And then when they lose, people get all sort of like, yeah, look at him, he lost.
Yeah.
I can just
Yeah.
get over it.
But it is it is a weird psyche though.
But it is like comedy. It is in the same way because you can get knocked out in the first round.
Yeah.
As I did many years ago.
Yeah.
Got knocked out. It was like Tyson just came for me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready and I hadn't warmed up.
Yeah. And it can be brutal if you do get a tough crowd, you know, that you it's like, all right, gloves are off, come on, you know.
And the worst one is when there's no way out except going through the audience to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, him fucking.
But
fuck, you ruined my night, dickhead. Fuck, man, he's a comedian. Shit. People get really.
Yeah.
You know, uppity.
Yeah, when you were saying before about when you know when you look at someone like you turn to the guy with the big nose and you think.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like doing a bunch of corporate gigs over the years too. I'll think something about someone in the crowd. And I'll think, all right, that'll get a laugh. But if I say that, guaranteed someone's going to complain or it's going to be offensive. Mm-hmm. So I'm like doing this internal edit as I go along.
Well, this is where we differ as comedians. I will say it before it even enters my mind. My mouth will work faster than my brain.
Yeah.
And I've got in trouble so many times. Man, when I was on the radio, every week there'd be some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like, I didn't mean to say it. Did I say that?
Yeah,
you did.
But that's what makes for fun. Like, you know, that's what I like about you. When I watch you riff on stage, or you know, like when you're on the radio, just hearing you, it's it's entertaining what's going to come out of your mouth, and knowing you so well. Like if someone brings up a topic or starts saying something, I can kind of go, all right, don't go there, don't do this, and then bam, you go there. But it's great to watch, you know.
Yeah. But I've learned a lot from watching Trump. You just say.
Oh, he's the master of just.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But we got you on record saying it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe I said it.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's not what I meant. It was out of context. What I meant.
You're downplaying the virus. No, I was upplaying it.
Yeah.
I love how he just turns everything the opposite, like a child.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But how do you argue that? What do you...
Mr. President, and this is on Fox, with his supporters. You know, you're fucked when you're the only supporter you have in the media turning against you. You go, Mr. President, we have the highest mortality rate in the world. You know what he said? Because now we got the lowest. Good comeback.
Yeah, all right.
You got it made. He's gone the other extreme.
Yeah.
And the interview went, where do I go from here?
Yeah, what do you
We've
say?
got the lowest.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But see, that's where they need a journalist who's going, and some people have, to go, no, well, look, here are the facts. This is what the actual...
It doesn't
and
seem to...
But there was that gentleman on Fox News, and he was... He didn't make it personal, but he said, "Sir, no, this is actually."
Yeah, that's the interview.
Yeah, and
that's the only guy who's
there was an Australian guy that interviewed him that brought out some facts and showed him the piece, but still, anyway, it
makes no difference.
Yeah, I know.
His reality is his reality. So like
But then on the opposite side, then you see Biden contradicting himself left, right, and centre too. So I think it's, you know, what is that? The politics, I guess.
No. What we're seeing is the end of the empire. The fall of the Roman Empire is now the fall of
the US.
USA. Yeah, they've held on by a thread. And now they're gone. So I hope you learn Chinese quickly.
Yes, Mandarin.
Yes, and I'm sorry if I offended any Chinese people.
Ni hao ma.
Shintaro.
Yeah.
Shintaro's Japanese.
Yeah, that's Japanese. That's all right.
I mean, I prefer Japanese.
You gave it a whirl.
If we're going to be taken over...
You prefer the Japanese?
I think so.
Came close to that.
Yeah.
Remember in the Second World War?
Yeah. That's right. But
my grandfather...
was Japanese?
No. He fought against the Japanese in Guadalcanal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All of them? Just him?
Yeah, just him. Just
fighting
him, like Rambo.
Come on, Japs, let's go!
Like Rambo.
Who wants some? Yeah,
but all that, it's just like, you know, it was horrific for him, but it was horrific for the Japanese as well. It's like, well, it's just horrific for everyone involved.
Yeah, except, you know, the beneficiaries of war.
Yeah, the masters of war.
The masters of war, the people who pull the strings, who control the money.
Of course.
Because they can't lose.
Yeah.
See, they sell the weapons.
Arms to both sides. Yep.
They can't lose.
Yep.
So any conflict is going to be profitable.
Yeah, but everyone else loses.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah,
else. It's that 1%.
Yeah.
I will get them. If
Well,
I find out who they are.
I just hope that the conflict with China doesn't come to that, because God help
Well,
us
he
all.
wants to see. He's a psychopath who it's like a dream. It's like it's like a movie.
Yeah.
It's like a reality TV show. So if he brings on World War III, think of the ratings.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like any other war, because with nuclear weapons that China has, as does America and many other countries.
Does China have nuclear weapons?
I believe so, don't they? Yeah, they're a nuclear superpower. Of course they do.
They must.
Yeah.
I haven't checked, but
Yeah, no, they do.
yeah, Xi Jinping doesn't.
So that doesn't bode well for Australia. We're right in the firing line.
Well,
But it doesn't even matter. Even if they bomb, or even whoever bombs whoever, the world's screwed. So
Yeah.
I just hope that
maybe that's the only way you can cure coronavirus.
with a nuclear explosion.
With plutonium.
Yeah.
Eat plutonium. That's what Trump says. Maybe you can inject some uranium.
Yeah.
If you chewed some uranium, your
now-
face will light up.
Now, I had a question for you. You living in the Northern Rivers area, I read this article this morning about.
I used to, but we're going back there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
When my career restarts,
Yeah.
and I'm still funny. Hopefully, who knows?
Yeah. Well, no, I think.
I love up there.
What is it? Why do you think there is such a youth suicide rate high? Rate
In the Northern Rivers.
Yeah, and like Mullumbimby's got one of the highest in Australia.
Byron Bay
Sorry,
had
Mwoolamba.
Up
further.
Byron Bay
yeah.
itself has got one of the highest.
And it's an idyllic piece of nature up there. And like we've discussed before, I remember you once telling me that in Aboriginal mythology that it's a very feminine environment.
It's a place for healing.
Yeah. So
the Aboriginal mythology believed that that this place is there for healing. It's not meant to be lived in permanently. You come
Byron Bay.
Yeah. You
right.
heal
So you go there and then leave.
Yeah. And so people have kind of destroyed that, and people kill the young kids are committing suicide. Are you sure that you want to pursue this topic? It's not great for comedy.
No,
I'll tell you why it happens, right?
Yeah, I'm genuinely
This
interested.
is the most affluent community.
Byron Bay is now.
Yeah. In Australia.
Yes.
Overall, right? There's still homeless people, but overall, they have parents, like these kids have parents who are very open-minded, but the problem is they're so open-minded that they've neglected. They've had kids.
So it's a lack of guidance.
It's a breakup of family
unity,
right? So we used to have friends. This is true. That would go to orgies. Because they former Orange people, sannyasins. If you remember the Bhagwan.
Yeah.
So
sure.
their headquarters is where we lived in Lillipilli, a place called Lillipilli.
Oh, really?
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Not still.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's their biggest. It's their headquarters.
So were there a lot of people in your neighborhood?
Hundreds. This woman came, Frank, my friend, introduced me to all the crazies.
Yeah.
And this woman came once to our house, me and Kate's, and so she was talking, she's kind of weird chick. And I said, so what do you do for work? And she goes, I'm the keeper of the gate. And everyone went silent. And I said,
Ghostbusters.
Well, I said, she goes, I'm the keeper of the gate. And I said, so did you get that through Centrelink? And no one laughed, and she just got really offended. She goes, you don't understand. Why would you make a joke about something you just don't understand?
But you don't understand what she's even talking about, right?
I don't think she didn't understood what you... No, but there's a lot of like... I think...
What does that mean?
She was a white witch
okay.
who kept the gate of... she tried.
But is that within the Bhagwan's?
No.
Okay, this is different. Yeah,
I moved on.
That
sorry.
Moved
on. But she was a sannyasin as well.
Okay.
So they mix, and it's all free love and stuff.
Right.
And they.
By the way, did you see the documentary on that, the Wild
I didn't
Country?
go to the orgies. I just want to say that because I was married.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to.
Yes.
But just for research,
Yes.
if they ever invited me,
Yeah.
I would just for research.
Just as a
Just for
disclaimer,
research.
yes.
Yeah.
No, but real quick, I want to hear the rest of this.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see the Wild Country? The
Yeah.
documentary? Okay.
Yeah.
So
if you don't know what we're talking about, in the 80s there was this crazy Indian guru.
But you know what? Some of his like it went nuts.
Yeah.
But some of his basic ideologies, I thought.
Well,
all
the
right, I can
Buddhist
understand.
ideologies.
Yeah, I can.
But he said poor people they only have themselves to blame because they're lazy.
Yeah, well,
and
yeah.
drugs you take drugs if you want, and they were making ecstasy on the ashram, and there was just sex. Just everybody had to, and a friend of mine, a guy, an old comedian. I won't mention his name, but he went to the ashram. And in India, when it started in India.
What about the one in Portland though? That was the big one.
No, but
in
it
the
started
US.
in India.
Okay.
And then he moved everything to Portland, and
yes.
they basically made this city.
Yes.
And it was fortified, and but they had
took over the town.
Yeah.
Changed all the street signs.
But this guy
Nicknames.
is a very non-spiritual person. He
Yeah.
loves the footy, drinks beer, he's bogan sort of acts. He's young, yeah.
Yeah.
And he came back, and I was really curious. I was really curious about what was his experience. I said, what? So what is it? What's the core of their beliefs? Do they believe like reincarnation? He goes, I swear, he goes, oh mate, I'm not sure, but mate, I had so many fucks. Like seriously, 3 times a night, I'd fuck different chicks, and it was just full on, mate. Oh God, it was great. I said, so did you get any spiritual? Yeah, fuck, not really. I
So just went there for a root.
yeah,
and came
it
home.
was just great food and fucking.
Yeah.
Just fucked all day. And that's,
Charming.
so, if you want to start a cult,
Yeah.
you just say free for all, free love, but it's always destructive. So basically, why these kids commit suicide is because they're neglected. There's wealth breeds that sometimes. That sort of, I don't care. I'm loose. I'm free. Don't have kids then.
Yeah.
If you want to be free,
Yeah, or give them some kind of guidance.
no, don't
or
have
nurturing.
kids.
Yeah.
If you're a fuckwit,
Yeah.
you want to go to
Right.
orgies,
Yeah.
you want to be the keeper of the gates, whatever the fuck you want to do is whatever you want.
Keep the kids out of it.
Don't make more of you if you're not committed.
Yeah.
Just
Because you could see even in that documentary, like kids that are listening to their parents, but having an orgy and overhearing that as a child, and that's going to have lasting effect.
Yeah. It was really So that's what happens.
So you feel that it's that kind of upbringing that's
I think they they
within that area.
Well, my wife's a social worker.
Yeah,
and she worked in
the Byron area.
Yeah, right. And
yes.
so
what were her?
So she would be the person to ask.
Okay.
She's not here.
And we should call her up.
It'd be great if she.
Yeah.
And here she is. No. So basically, the wealthy. They party all the time. They party and they're musicians. Some of them are filmmakers and hip, cool people.
But I would
right?
imagine,
But they live this lifestyle, and whenever their kids are in trouble, they just throw more money at them. So they go, oh, here's go get some therapy, or oh, here's a trip to Europe. Go to Venice.
Right,
have fun.
okay.
Have fun and come
Yeah.
back, and that relieves their guilt for a while. But that doesn't, enrich kids' development or mental development, and so they feel, lost.
There's been no guidance.
There's been no guidance, so that's why.
So okay, all right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, Dr. Saleh has spoken. That'll be $86.
86.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been worth it if I'd said that. I should have said that to him and freaked him out. No, so it's a shame because
Yeah, it is.
money can bring its own problems.
I was sad to read about that because I remember a while years ago we discussed this and at that point it was still an issue, but to see that it's got worse.
Well, you've been to my place when I had that place in Byron.
In Byron,
and all my friends, all the people that I know, are like, children. They're still children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They
want to party.
I feel that there's an avoidance to responsibility with a lot of it, and it's like, and I warm to some aspects of that way of just.
I support it,
but
then don't have people that depend on you.
Yeah.
Put that jacket on your penis.
Yeah.
Just pull out.
Yeah.
That doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
But just think it through.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
and I think too, if you have parents that are doing a lot of drugs,
That's
and
right.
bringing you up. It's not a good mix. It's a
Well, I have a friend who you know
yes.
very well,
Mm-hmm.
who he's free and easy and hippie, and he's got kids, and now his kids are selling drugs, and he goes and to his kids. His kid's like 18. He goes and gets drugs off them on credit.
Oh,
He goes, mate, can you give me some credit?
yeah,
And the kid's going,
yeah.
come on, Dad, you know. He goes, but I'm your dad. He goes, why, you going to rip me off because you're dad?
Yeah.
No. And I've heard this.
Yeah.
And so that
That-
spirals
that
out of
is
control.
sad, yeah. But I still love Byron. I still got a soft spot for it, but it's changed a lot. Like from when I was a kid going up to Byron
No,
Bay.
it's no longer Byron Bay.
To when you were living there, I still really enjoyed my time up there, coming and spending time up there. But now going up there, it's fucking gridlock.
Yes.
And then the people there, it's like eastern suburbs, Sydney eastern suburbs crowd.
Yippies, yippies, they call,
They call them yippies.
They pretend hippies.
So,
Now, if you want to see the real hippies, go to Mullumbimby
yeah.
and further
But
up north.
even Mullum's getting expensive
It's
up there now.
expensive,
Yeah,
but
compared to-
it's what Byron was 20 years ago, maybe.
yeah.
Um,
But I still have a soft spot for Byron because just geographically,
It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's stuck. Excuse me. And there's and you can get a glimpse of what's his name, Hemsworth,
Yeah.
the Hemsworth brothers.
Oh yeah. He's got the big compound up there now.
They got a compound. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's things went downhill after he moved in.
Well,
You know.
but it's just something I don't know.
It's trendy.
Yeah, but it takes away from what Byron was, what Byron represented. You know,
Yeah,
which
yeah, totally.
with a lot more artists and musicians and poets and people with an artistic sensibility.
Mm.
You know, that would kind of go up there and get off the grid. You know, and kind of. You know, and it had a real community feel to it.
Now that
that's
you
what
have
I
to
always
leave
felt.
Byron to get off the grid.
Yeah.
Byron's
yeah.
become the grid.
Yes.
And
Gridlock.
Yeah, it's a very gridlock, and it's money destroys everything.
And that area I saw recently, you know, the farm, that was like a kind of big change. You know, when they built that place called the farm up there, just
No.
on the outskirts of Byron, when you drive in,
in
went off the freeway, and it's got the food and the restaurant, and it's called the farm.
no,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Isn't it called the farm?
what's the place called? It's a suburb of Byron.
No. It's just when you first drive off.
Ewansdale.
No, you know when you first get off the freeway,
Yeah.
off the highway, and you drive in, and it's on your left, and there's a cafe and restaurant
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
and
that's Ewansdale.
But it's called the farm. It's a big restaurant and like they have pigs there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, they just
It's not where the orgies happen.
no.
No,
It's very popular, but it was kind of like it's meant to represent and the alternative, but it's clearly not. It's like
No.
Anyway, it just
It's-
sold for $16 million.
Yeah, it's
So
for
there's
people
a
who
lot-
want to live that ideal lifestyle, but also do it in
have all the creature comforts.
in a Mercedes four-wheel drive,
Yeah,
and dare I,
Yeah, well, man, that's a great Rickenbacker and Gibson that you got on the wall. Oh, I don't play. That's just scenery.
yeah. Wait on, you got one of those.
What?
You got.
I got an Epiphone.
Oh,
Oh, no, I do
Epiphone.
have a Gibson, but I play. So,
Oh, you play.
So it's a difference.
That's the only difference.
That's the
yeah.
difference.
That's
yeah.
it. No, look, I miss it there because the weather's beautiful, and man, it's the only place in Australia. Now, don't tell anyone this because I might come across as a bit of a pervert. It's the only place where you go into Woolies and there's these like backpacker chicks walking in G-strings. G-string like bikinis
Yeah,
and
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that in Queensland.
So you miss it.
We didn't have that in
hang on,
Bankstown.
Didn't you once go to Cheeky Monkeys?
I've never been to Chicken
Oh, you never been
Monkeys.
to Cheeky?
No,
okay.
that's the truth. I haven't.
Okay, all right. Well,
'Cause
because I remember when you and I would go up to get dinner up on the up the shops.
Yeah.
And we'd drive past, and they would have and there'd be like
Wet
a sign-
t-shirt
wet
competition.
T-shirt, yeah, cheeky, and the lights would be going on.
It's so un-Byron.
Yeah, I know.
But I was.
That's more
curious.
Airlie Beach.
Yeah,
you know.
more Ellie Beach, exactly. But the man when in high season, all these backpackers lining up around the block
To get in there.
girls and boys
Yeah.
to see that, and me lining up, 50-something-year-old man, wanting to see a wet t-shirt competition, and people know me.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Akmal,
not a
yeah.
good look.
It's a terrible look,
Yeah.
and it's just so no.
But the sad thing is when people that I know that have lived in Byron for a long time too, and I tell me, oh, how's it going to go? Mate, I don't go to Byron anymore. I got out of there.
Yeah.
You know, it's so.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, but where you live is in your heart.
Yes.
you can create your own paradise
Yeah.
as long as it's not Blacktown or anywhere, any like Seven Hills or.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. If you live there and you're listening to us, move. No. Look,
But would you ever want to return to Byron, or
But
now
it-
that it's
look-
changed so much, you're not sure if you would want to go back?
if I can't afford it anymore, but because I fucked up with
Because your
my
place would be worth
finances.
your house that you
I know.
lived in. That was a beautiful house.
Yeah.
That would be worth a fortune now.
Yeah.
Sorry to rub
thanks.
it in, but yeah, it would be.
I gotta go and kill myself now. You don't mind? No. So, but that's the thing, people. Just because you're affluent or just because you live in the most beautiful part of the country, doesn't mean that you're happy.
Yes.
And the statistics you pointed out prove that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's relative.
Well, they reckon Kate, my wife, was telling me they did this thing in a course she did where they're saying the happiest people on earth were like a southern Indian tribe, not tribe, but like a community, and they mostly are like a family of people who rickshaw. They carry people really, really, really poor, but they've measured their brains. Apparently, I don't know, it might be bullshit, but they found that they were happy.
Yeah, well,
the happiest people.
But you know what?
Not happy, the happiest people on the planet.
Right. Huh. You know what the reason is behind that though? Because I remember
Faulty equipment.
It's that they experience a sense of community and family.
That's right.
And all the studies continuously reiterate that it's that sense of community and family that true fulfillment and well-being come from.
As long as you're getting your basics met, like your food, shelter.
But that's why I think modern day society in cities is kind of going nuts. And they're predicting that in Sydney too, that the amount of people, the majority of people are going to be living single lives and living in apartments in future. And you figure, well, people then reach out for a sense of community through online, through Facebook, through Twitter, through Instagram, which the studies show only increase your sense of isolation.
Yes.
So it's
not a good future. Well, welcome to Cheer Me Up. An hour of comedians talking about how depressing the future is. No, you're right. I mean, more and more people are going to be working from home, especially after this virus. And they're going to be disconnected from actual humans.
But in a way, having a sense, but with this, on the flip side, I've heard too, during coronavirus, that people have had a lot more time to spend with their families.
Yeah.
And comedian friends of ours that I've spoken to have said they've really enjoyed that downtime with the the family.
But they can't wait till there's a cure.
Until they get back on the road.
There's a vaccine. I can get out of. Who the fuck did these people come from? you know who we're talking about. The people who like just go. They should never have had kids. I'm very judgmental, but look, it's
So, but I think it's good that we speak about this and to be aware of it too.
Yeah. But like someone said, like cyberbullying is so much worse than actual bullying.
I would,
Because it's, first of all, it's public, so everybody, potentially thousands of people can see you being ridiculed. And the media is involved in this. They're the worst bullies.
Yeah.
They can be merciless, right? And so the point is, if you bully someone face to face and you see them cry, if you're any kind of human, you're going to have empathy. But if
you're a bully, you probably, like, because I remember.
But there's a percentage of people who go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, think twice.
Oh, no, that really hurt that person.
Yeah.
But even if you, it's breeding people who, a lot of people just. They don't even make that connection.
Yeah.
Because I can bully people online and then just switch it off.
But look, if the president's doing it, if people in positions of social power are doing it online, then why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't I?
Yeah, what's so wrong about me doing? So, but in terms of saying that, I have been thinking about that, like thinking, what if I was to have grown up, or we grew up during today's, when people go, oh, the kids are this and the kids are that, but I feel bad for a lot of the kids growing up today. It's a harder.
We had a good time.
Like when I was I was bullied at school. I had the shit beaten out of me. But that happened then and there in the hallway or on the playground.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, but whatever. You deal with it. And you go.
That's
all
part
right,
of growing up.
Okay, like you take it and all right. But with this, when you're and then it finished, you know, it's like, all right, that happened there, I move on now. But when you're bullied online and you got kids attacking you online, that stays online and that stays up there for all the other kids to see too. So it's a consistent, which you can't just walk home and escape.
But
you know?
also, it's hard for you to develop empathy when you can't see the damage you're doing to that person, right?
Sure.
So that's the big thing. They're creating a generation of people who are psychopathic. You see that in a private school? Did you see that? Private school kids, they got muck-up day.
You told me I want to see... Oh, no, I thought...
There's muck-up day is coming up.
Yeah.
Muck-up day.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, I was just like put flour on someone.
Yeah, throw a water bomb.
And go home.
Yeah.
And that's done.
Yeah.
And but now these kids are planning to... it got out. It's in the media. It's from a really exclusive school called Shaw.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
sure.
King's,
Yeah.
like King's School. So real millionaires kids. And they want to, part of their muck-up day, they want to go around spitting on homeless people and shitting in public transport, like buses and trains.
And that's what their plan was to do.
I'm saying this is a reflection of the entire generation, but it gives you, like, they just... completely lack any human emotion or empathy.
But there's not really any, you know, it doesn't sound very fun. On Muck-Up Day, it was stuff that you would do that was fun, right?
Maybe they find it fun.
Shitting on a train and spitting on a homeless person, it's not really
not to you. But maybe it is to them because they've developed this layer of I don't give a fuck. Because of, you know, it's all online. People aren't real. You know, the homeless people, it's just an extension of the video game. You can spit on them for fun. What harm could that do? And so that's what. I mean, you know, it's a little microcosm.
So what happened to these kids that were planning on doing this?
Well, I think the authorities got involved and said if anyone does that,
you're in the shit.
You're in the shit. Don't do a shit.
Or you'll be in it.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than someone
dropping
their dacks and just defecating.
Yeah.
The guy did it at 7-Eleven. I know this guy. He's a friend. Well, not a friend. Someone I grew up with. He was really desperate to go to the toilet. Have I told you this?
No.
And he went to the 7-Eleven. It was like 2 a.m. And the guy behind, he said, "Mate, do you have a bathroom?" And the guy behind him said, "No." And he said, "Come on, you've got one. Just let me use it. I'm desperate." He goes, "No, for staff only." He goes, "Okay." So he went behind the shelf and sat down and did a shit on the floor of the 7-Eleven. He goes, "What are you doing?" And he says, that showed them. You know.
Was that the doctor working there too?
Oh yeah, the doctor. Yeah, the doctor's working. Yeah,
$86.
Yeah, I know, same guy. I do a lot of impression. They all sound like an Indian man who's you know, doctor. So,
well, that reminds me. I'll send you the stuff to fix your eye, and free of charge.
Excellent.
And
because, you know,
we'll you know,
when you look as good as me, it's a burden. It's a burden because you become a perfectionist.
Yes. No, but look, I know that you get down on yourself, Saleh, about your appearance, but numerous women have said to me over times that they find you attractive. Yes. And even comments were made about you at the wedding in the suit too.
Yes.
So there you go.
Are these women committed? Like,
Saleh, you have some fans out there.
Oh, look, you know, I have had to work hard on building a personality. Yeah. You see, because if I relied on my looks, that'd be the end of it.
No, well, but look, in the end, everyone loses their looks later in life anyway. So you know, it's it's who you are as a person that's going to be what shines.
Yeah, but you know, when you're 80, you don't.
I know. One thing I've been hearing a lot of lately from my friends that are in their 80s and even their 90s is whatever you do, don't grow old. You know,
I'll try not to. I'll try not to. But if you got dementia and you forget, and you get old, oh fuck, there was something I was supposed to do. I can't remember.
I forgot to.
Oh fuck, now I'm old. Too late. It's too late. But you have to embrace it. Go with the flow and enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as you can. Make the most of it, and just try to give some positive.
Yep, do something.
Yeah.
Just something decent. Something positive, something decent. Leave that and check out.
But be careful because you don't want to be like Ellen DeGeneres. You don't want to be the feel good person and then you fuck up and people come down on you. But if I'm an asshole all the time, people go, "Well, we expected that."
How about not just don't worry about being the feel good person. Just be the do good person.
Yeah, interesting.
And leave.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, that can be our that can be like our philosophy for for today.
Well, I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I won't be spitting on anybody,
Yeah.
especially homeless people.
Or crapping
These
in
little-
7-Elevens or.
See, these kids should not have existed.
Yeah.
If only their
This
parents...
backs up your theory. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
no need for them.
Yeah,
know?
I'm surprised sometimes at the lack of compassion for someone in that situation who's homeless. There's when people are like, the fucking homeless. And it's like, just think of what they've gone through to be.
That
to be in
person was a
position.
baby once.
Yeah, you're like, do you think
Was
that this is what they want to be doing? Like, is that
It
where
wasn't
they
by choice.
and
And you can't underestimate these people. Some of them might be...
No, I know. I was going to say I've
because-
spoken with homeless people before.
Man, my wife used to work for the protective commissioner. So basically, if you're dysfunctional, she'll look after your money for you.
Mm-hmm.
And she was honest, unfortunately, because these people were homeless who had $20 million in the bank.
Really?
And they just didn't know how to, yeah. So and there are people who are homeless who are medical students.
Yeah.
there are,
that you would not expect.
People who are homeless who are brilliant musicians,
Mm-hmm.
who just things went wrong for them, or So don't underestimate.
Yeah.
Never underestimate.
Yeah.
Don't assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we're in agreement on that.
Well, it was a flat ending, wasn't it?
Well, that's all right. Come on.
Doesn't matter.
We can end this with something thoughtful.
Something
Yeah.
thoughtful,
Mm.
better than something funny.
Mm.
If you can't think of something funny,
Think of something thoughtful.
and if you can't think of something thoughtful, find another profession.
Yeah.
Something that you're good at.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we will. I've actually enjoyed this conversation.
Me too.
Today. I genuinely do enjoy these
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah.
and,
Let's turn the cameras off and just keep going.
Yeah, hopefully the people listening and watching enjoy it too.
Yes.
And
It's mostly our families.
we will continue to have these conversations.
Whether people want them or not,
We will
we'll impose
continue.
ourselves on them.
Yes.
Want to get into their homes by force.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, Saleh.
Until next time.